Juma is a trader of maize. He makes up a certain mixture of maize for sale by mixing maize packed in bags P and Q. A kilogram of bag P contains 6 units of white maize and 10 units of yellow maize, while a kilogram in bag Q contains 2 units of white maize and 12 units of yellow maize. He sells a mixture in packets that contain at least 24 kilograms of white maize and at least 60 kilograms of yellow maize. The mass of any packet of the mixture is less than 10 kilograms, but the packet should have at least 2 kilograms of maize from bag Q. Letting X to represent a kilogram of each unit of maize from bag P that are in the mixture packet and Y to represent a kilogram of maize of each unit from bag Q that are in the mixture packet. Part A, form all the inequalities in X and Y to represent the above information. So in forming these inequalities, let's go to the first statement where we have bag P and we have bag Q. So start by writing bag P. So bag P, a kilogram of 1 unit. In bag P, we are letting X to represent a kilogram of each unit of maize from bag P. So 1 kilogram will be 𝐋𝐾𝐑. That is 𝐋𝐾𝐑. So that is X representing a kilogram of each unit. So in bag P, we have how many units? We have 6 units of white maize. So if 1 unit has 𝐋𝐾𝐑 or X kilograms, what about 6 units? So 6 units. I'm going to branch this one because we have, this is yellow, white and yellow. So 6 units of white maize. So these kgs will be 6 multiplied by X. That will be 6X. That is for the white. Then for the yellow, we have 10 units. Remember, kilograms of each unit is X. So this will be 10X. That is for yellow. Then for bag Q, bag Q, we are letting Y to represent a kilogram of maize of each unit. So Y kilogram. So and this one again, we have how many units? 2 units of white maize. So those number of kilograms will be 2 multiplied by Y. And then 12 units of yellow maize. So this is the white. Then for yellow, there are 12 units, and remember 1 unit contains 𝑌_kg, so this will be 12Y. So this is for the yellow. Now after identifying that, now we can write the inequalities. So now from the other statement from here, he sells the mixture in packets that contains at least 24 kg, at least 24 kgs or kilograms of white maize. So at least 24 kilograms of white maize. So where do we have white maize? We have it here, 6X, and then we have 2Y. So at least 24 kgs means 24 kgs or more. So that means if I take the kilograms of bag P of white maize, which is 6X, and then I add the kilograms in bag Q of white maize, that is 2Y, that one should be at least 24. At least should be greater than or equal to 24. That is the first inequality. And then at least 60 kgs of yellow maize from the 2 bags, at least 60. So have yellow here, we have yellow here, and we also have yellow here. So in bag P, how many kgs of yellow maize? We have 10X plus bag Q, we have 12Y. So again, those ones should be at least 60. At least means greater than or equal to 60, like that. So those are the 2 inequalities we form up to that point. And then the other statement, the mass of any packet of the mixture, is less than 10 kilogram of any packet of the mixture. So that this means we have 𝐋𝐾𝐑 for bag P and 𝑌_kg for bag Q. So the mass of any mixture should be less than 10. So that means that X should be less than 10 and also Y should be less than 10. That is what we mean. The mass of any packet of the mixture is less than 10 kg. So that it means for the kilograms for bag P should be less than 10, and also for bag Q should be less than 10. And then but the packet should have at least 2 kg of maize from bag Q, at least 2 kg from bag Q, so from bag Q, so but the packet should have at least 2 kg, 2 kg of maize from bag Q. So a kg from bag Q is Y, so that means that Y should be greater than or equal to 2. So it is not specific whether it is the white or the yellow, but for bag Q we have a kg, X, Y is the one that is representing the a kilogram of each unit. So Y should be greater than or equal to 2. And then I don't think we have any other. So those are the inequalities, but the packet should have by letting X. So those are the inequalities they're supposed to form. So you have these, the first one, the second, the third, the fourth, and then X representing the number of kgs of each unit in bag P and Q. We can add these, that X, this should be non-negative, X should be greater than or equal to 0, and also Y should be greater than or equal to 0. These two should also be included there because X and Y cannot be negative. It should be greater than or equal to 0. So for part B, on the grid provided, draw all the inequalities in A above and shade the unwanted region. So you're supposed now to draw all these inequalities, and this is what you're going to do. We're going to start with the first one, and the first one is 6. We have 6x plus 2y is greater than or equal to 24. So when you're drawing the inequalities, we simply draw these lines. So we shall draw this line here, 6x plus 2y is equals to 24. So you can simplify this equation by dividing all through by 2, so that here you get 3x plus y is greater than or equal to 12. So to draw these a straight line, you need 2 points, at least 2 points. So you can start with when x is 0, 3x plus y is equals to. So let me just use equals here, because this is a line you have to draw. 3x plus y is equals to 12. So when x is 0, y will be 12. Then when y is 0, x will be 4. So you're going to use these 2 points to draw that. So that is the first one. Then you go to the next one. The next one is 10x plus 12y. 10x plus 12y is greater than or equal to 60. Again, we can simplify this by dividing everything by 2. Divide by 2, this will get 5x plus 6y is equals to 30. So we draw this line. So just get at least 2 points to do that. So when x is 0, y will be 5. Just feeding it here in this equation here. 5x plus 6y is equals to 30. When y is 0, x is equals to 6. So those are the ones that you're going to use to draw that. And then from there, the other one will be easier to draw this one. Y is greater than or equal to 2. We are going to draw this line. Y is equals to 2. That is what you're going to draw. Don't think then x is equals to, we have another one here still, x is less than 10. We are going to draw this line, x is equals to 10. And for y is less than 10, the line that you're going to draw there is y is equals to 10. So now having all these, now we can choose a scale. So when I look at these values, I can use a scale of 1 centimeter to represent 1. So let me go to the graph. So use the x and the y axis. So I have 0 here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And whether that one will fit, maybe I can try to, because I can see I will need to have let me see, yeah, that one is okay. We can draw it from the x axis here, down here, and then the axis there. So let me see whether this one is going to, so they have 0 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like that. And then for this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12. So for the x-axis, this is x, and this one, remember, it represents kgs of, remember, x represents kilograms of maize from bag P. So this one is from bag P, and this one will be, the y will be bag Q. We plot the first line. Let me plot these points. So you have 0, 12, plotting this on the first line. So 0, 12, 12, lazima nikuwe mjanja hapa, lazima nikuwe mjanja. So after forming the inequalities, now we can draw these lines. So let me draw the x and the y axis by looking at these values that I have. So the x axis down here, and the y axis, I will simply use this one. So we have 0 them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like that. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is the x-axis and the y-axis. So we go to the first line. The first line is here, 0, 12. 0, 12 is here and here. So we have 0, 12. So this one is 12. So that is 12. 0, 12 will be here. And then the next one is 4, 0. 4, 0 is here. So you have 4, 0, it is here. And then 12, 0, 12. 0, 12 is here. So that line should be continuous. You can see it is greater than or equal to. The line should be continuous. So you draw straight line, that. So that is the line. Write the equation of that line. So this line is 6x plus 2y. 6x plus 2y is equals to 24. Now, let us decide on the side that you're going to shade. And this is what you do. I will pick a point on either side of this line. Let me pick a point from this side where we have 0, 0. Pick a point like 0, 0 on the lower side of that line. So 0, 0. And then you can try to substitute 0, 0 in this inequality there. When x is 0, y is 0, so that will be 6 times 0 plus 2 times 0. That will give 0. That will give 0 is greater than or equal to 24. Is that true? It is not true. So that side where I've picked that point 0, 0 does not satisfy the inequality, and therefore that means that is the unwanted side. So therefore we're going to shade on this side. So this is the side that you're going to shade, because the point that we've picked on this line 0, 0 doesn't satisfy the inequality. So we normally shade the unwanted side. So we shade the unwanted side like that. We go to the next line. The next line is here, 10x plus 12y is greater than or equal to 60. So we draw this line 0, 5. So 0, 5, 0, 5 is here, 0, 5 is here. And then the other one is 6, 0. 6, 0 is here. So these are the 2 points. So 0, 5 and 6, 0. So we join those points using a straight line. So 0, 5, that is a point, and then we have 6, 0, like that. Again, write the equation of this line. So the equation of that line. So the equation of that line is 10x plus 12y is equals to 30. So that is the equation of that line. Now again, which side do we shade? I will still pick a point 0, 0. I will pick a point 0, 0, 0, 0 on this side, and then you try to substitute 0, 0 and this inequality. 10x plus 12y is greater than or equal to 60. So this will give 10 times 0 plus 12 times 0. That will be 0 is greater than or equal to 60. Is it true? No, it is not greater. So the side that you're going to shade again is on this side. You're going to shade this side. So this is the side that you're going to shade, that line, the unwanted side, because that point that we have picked on that side where we have 0, 0 doesn't satisfy that inequality. We've tested it there. So that is the side you're supposed to shade. We go to the other line. Y is greater than or equal to 2. So the line you're going to draw there will also be continuous. You can see it is greater than or equal to. So we draw the line y is equals to 2. Y is equals to 2 is a horizontal line that passes through these 2 here. That is the line. y is equals to, this is the line y is equals to 2, and it should be continuous line. Now y is greater than means we require the values that are above that line. So the values that are below that line are less than 2, and therefore that side, the lower side of that line will not satisfy the inequality, so we shade the lower part of that line. The values on the lower side of that line are less than 2, and we need greater than 2. We need the upper side of that line, so that is the unwanted side. Then the other line is x is less than 10. So the line you're going to draw there is x is equals to 10. X is equals to 10 is this line here. Let me use a red pen here. So that is the line, and this line should be broken. Less than, meaning that point that lie on that line will not satisfy. So it should be a broken line. So this one should be a broken line, not continuous. So that would be a broken line. It would be a broken line. So that is the line x. The line x is equals to 10. Now, which side do we shade? X is less than 10. Less than 10 means we require the values that are to the left of 10. To the left of 10, those are the values that are less than. The values that are to the right of that line, they are greater than, and you don't need those. So we shade the right hand side of that line. The values that to the right are greater than 10. We need less than 10. So that is why we shade the right hand side of that line. It is unwanted. Then the other one is y is less than 10. Y is less than 10. The line you're going to draw there is y is equals to 10. Y is equals to 10 is this line, that a straight line that passes through here where we have 10. That is the line, and again that line should be broken. It should be broken. It should be a broken line. Less than, so it should be a broken line. So this one will be broken. So if it is a broken line and it is less, y is less than 10. Less than 10 means that we require values that are below that line. Values that are below 10 are the ones that are less than 10. The ones that are above are greater than 10. So we're going to shade the right hand side of that line. Not the right hand side, but the top of that line. The top of that line. So values that are above that line are greater than 10. That is 11, 12, and so on. And we require the ones that are less than. So the unwanted side is that. So after doing that, now we have presented all the required inequalities that we need to do. All the lines are there. So the unwanted sides are shaded. So the side that is left can shade this one properly, like that, or this side. So that is how you do that question. Shaded the unwanted side. You can go to the other question. So the other question is part C. Juma bought a kilogram of maize in bag P at 60 shillings a kilogram in bag Q, and in bag Q at 160 shillings. So use the graph to find the least cost of a kilogram of mixture. That is optimization. And for us to find the least cost, that is the minimum cost, we are going to use the cost that is given here of a kilogram of maize in bag P. Remember, the kilograms in bag P are X. So if each bag costs 60 shillings, so all the bags will be 60x. So 60x. Then for bag Q, a kilogram costs 160. We have y kilograms in bag Q, so that will be 160y. So these will give us the objective function. So that is going to give us the cost or the profit. To give us the cost. So this is the objective function that you need to use in order to find the least cost or the minimum cost. Now what you're going to do in order to do that, we can use different methods. You can use the inspection method to find the least cost of a kilogram of the mixture. That is in bag P, how many kgs, and then in bag Q. Okay, so therefore this is what you're going to do. We need to find the number of kilograms in bag P and the number of kilograms in bag Q that will give us the least cost. Once you get the number of kgs of bag P and bags of kilograms of bag Q that will give us the minimum cost, now we can substitute those values of x and y in this objective function and get the cost. For this, I'll use a search line to do this. And to draw a search line, I will need to use this objective function by getting the least common multiple of 60 and 160. The least common multiple will give 480. So this is how we draw the search line. So we'll take 60x plus 160y is equals to 480. This is the line that you're going to draw. And you can simplify this by dividing all through by 10. You can divide this by 10, everything by 10 them. And this will give 6x plus 16y is equals to 48. So let me draw this search line. Just use 2 points. Use when x is 0, so you're substituting that in 6x plus 16y is equals 48. Y will be 3. And then when y is 0, 6x plus 0, that will give us 8. Substituting it here. So we draw the search line. So 0, 3, 0, 3. So 0, 3 is here. And then 8, 0. 8, 0 is here. So let me draw the search line. You draw the search line. So 0, 3, 0, 3 there. And 8, 8, 0. So that is the search line. So the search line is here. It is passing through 0, 3. It is there. And 8, 0. 8, 0 is there. So that is the search line. Then from there, now to get the number of kgs for P, that is x. And then for Q, we're going to use a set square and a ruler to slide. And this is what you're going to do. So get a ruler and a set square. A ruler and a set square to do this. So there I have my set square, this is them. So I have a set square and then a ruler. Now this is what you do. You ensure you place the set square such that it lies straight on that straight edge of the line, the search line, like that. You can see, make sure you place the set square such that this straight edge lies on that search line. And then the ruler should be held firmly, should not move. Sure the ruler lies again straight on that edge of the set square, like that. So this is how you place the two. Check how I've placed my ruler. Lies along that straight edge. It should be held firmly. When you're sliding, the ruler should not move. You're just sliding the set square. The set square, this edge lies straight on that search line. Then you slide upwards. The first point, of course, the first point that is going to be touched, the first point that is going to be touched is the one that is going to give us the minimum. As you enter that feasible region, that required region, as you slide, the first point that is you're going to touch using the set square, as you enter that region, that point is the one that gives us the minimum value. So let us slide. So from these, make sure you slide, and then the first point to be touched as you enter that region, the first point to be touched as you enter that region gives us the minimum value, and it is there. So look at this point that is here. This is a point already I've identified. Look at this point. This is the first point to be touched as you enter that region, and this point is around 3.6. So 3 is here. So you can see 3.2, 3.4, 3.6. This one is 3.62. 3.62. So look at it. So you have when you slide, the first point to be touched as you enter that region, that point, this point here, this point, this is a corner point. Look at it, this one is a corner point. So this point that is here, so that is the one that gives us the minimum value. So the point is here as you slide. Make sure you're very careful when you're sliding. Sure that you're very careful when you're sliding. So I'll do it once again. So you slide it like that, and then that is the corner point here. So the corner point. So the point I have noted is this one. So this point that is here, this point that is here, it is around 3.62. 3.62. So 3.62, so 3.62, so 3.62. So that is the point. And this is how now you're supposed to solve these. So this is what is going to give us the minimum value. So that means x kgs, that is 3.6 kgs of bag P, and then the y kgs, that is will be 2 kgs. So when you're getting now the minimum cost, we are going to substitute 60 x, that will be 3.6, then plus 160 y, how many kgs are these? 2, and this is what is going to give us the minimum cost. So we can multiply these and see. So this will give us 60 multiplied by 3.6 plus 160 multiplied by 2. So this one is giving 536 shillings. So that is the minimum cost. That is how you're supposed to solve that question.